Today we are reviewing the Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT are the wireless version of one of the best pairs of headphones you can get for under $155. This line of headphones started off as pro pairs for DJs and sound engineers. However, thanks to their good looks and great sound, they've earned an army of normal fans. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT are among the most engaging and vital-sounding wireless full-size headphones available for $230. There are a few issues, such as picky Bluetooth pairing, but they're easy to look past at the price. Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT, Design and Comfort. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT look and feel just like the wired AT-HM50X. They're full-size headphones with chunky plastic hinges, designed for careless one-ear monitoring without the worry that they may fall to bits after only a few months. They work as street headphones better than most pro pairs because the cups don't protrude too much from your head. The headband doesn't sit as flush as that of the Bose Quiet Comfort 35-2 or Sony WH-1000XM3. This is largely because Audio-Technica hasn't not really tempered the design in the shift from pro to consumer headphone. As a result, you get to appreciate the Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT's swivel-happy cups and the headphones' hint of industrial aggression, but there's no sense of them being a try-hard. Both the cups and the headband benefit from a generous amount of foam padding and are topped with synthetic leather. It's soft and well-textured, and particularly thick on the pads, where wear is most likely. You can wear the AT-HM50X BTs for hours at a time comfortably, but with one caveat. Ensure they're positioned correctly, or you may suffer some earache when you take them off. Firm padding and shallow cups aren't the friend of oversized ears. Audio-Technica's aim with these headphones was to make the AT-HM50X BTs feel just like the AT-HM50X. In this mission, I'd say the company has been successful. All the plastics are tough and creak-free, and the circular band of silver on the cups is real aluminum. Sound isolation isn't hugely impressive, but they can be used without issue on buses and trains. You get a basic carry pouch in the box for when you want to sling them in a bag too. Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT features. Bluetooth wireless is the one new feature of the Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT, whose set of controls sit on the left cup. There's a flicker power switch, a micro USB charge socket, and the usual 3-button array for changing volume and play/pause. The right cup is also touch-sensitive. However, this invisible pad simply runs your phone's voice assistant when pressed for 2 seconds. You don't have to contend with any swipe gestures here. Battery life is excellent. It's rated at up to 40 hours. This should be sufficient for up to 2 to 3 weeks of use for many people. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT are lacking in only a few areas. Codec support includes AAC and aptX, but not aptX HD. When streaming Spotify, there's no obvious signal deficiency. The company also says that a full charge takes 7 hours, which sounds very slow. Real-world results are better, with the headphones going from empty to 100% within 4 hours of being plugged into a laptop's USB port. There's no NFC, and the approach to pairing is slightly unorthodox. Most Bluetooth speakers and headphones ask you to long press the power button to enter pairing mode. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT begin pairing when switched on and not connected to another device. For example, to switch between your phone and laptop, you need to disconnect manually, then reconnect. Once familiar with the process, however, pairing is quick, and stability is rock solid. Also note that, unlike the pricier Audio-Technica DSR9 BT, you can use the AT-HM50X BT with a cable, should the battery run dry. One is included, with a single-button remote. Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT Sound quality. The AT-HM50X BT have new 40mm drivers, but Audio-Technica's intention was to make these headphones sound just like the M50X when used wirelessly. All the traits that made the last model such a hit are present here too. The AT-HM50X BT sound is engaging and vivacious. As before, there's real energy to the treble and upper mids, but this is only part of what makes the AT-HM50X BT sound so alive. You won't find many full-size wireless headphones at the price with as impressive dynamics or as clear a soundstage. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT's soundstage is fairly wide for a closed-back pair, and imaging is excellent at the price. You get a clear view of the position of different instruments and vocal tracks in a mix. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT are great at relaying the rhythm of music and making it sound exciting. So, what's the bad stuff? Some will find the high mids and treble a slight challenge at increased volumes. While not overly sharp or sibilant, you may want to think twice if you're very sensitive to bright sound signatures. These headphones also sound slightly different to the wired AT-HM50X. Audio-Technica says they've been engineered to sound the same when used wirelessly. However, this pair actually has a little more weight in the upper mids and low bass, which in fact makes them sound a little less like a professional headphone than the M50X and original M50. I only noticed this effect in direct comparison, though, and it does help to make vocals sound less cold and very slightly less recessed than previous generations. Why buy the Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT? The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT are one of the best mid-priced Bluetooth wireless headphones. They have vitality and a clarity of imaging that isn't matched by many, including Audio-Technica's very own SR series of mainstream headphones. There's a slight shift towards our more mainstream signature here, with some weight added to the upper mids low bass. However, this should only be a concern if you want to use the AT-HM50X BTs as monitoring headphones rather than a wireless pair. And if that's the case, consider the Shure SRH940 or open-back EKG K702 instead. The Audio-Technica AT-HM50X BT are a much more affordable alternative to the Sony WH-1000XM3, for example, if one without active noise cancellation. And they're among the very best at that job.